Have you ever paused when a black cat crossed your path? Felt a chill run down your spine on Friday the 13th? You're not alone. We humans love our superstitions. These odd little beliefs passed down through generations are like cultural fossils, hinting at ancient fears and beliefs. But where did these superstitions come from? Are they based on any shred of evidence, or are they just cosmic coincidences that we've imbued with meaning? Today we'll explore the universe of superstitions, focusing on three infamous examples: black cats, Friday the 13th, and the fear of walking under ladders. Let's start with black cats, shall we? These sleek felines have gotten a bad rap for centuries, especially in Western cultures. Imagine yourself in medieval Europe. It's a time of plagues, famines, and general uncertainty. People are looking for explanations for someone or something to blame. Enter the black cat. Now, black cats were already associated with the night, a time shrouded in mystery and often fear. But then they became linked with witches and witchcraft. Imagine the whispers. Did you see that black cat? I heard a witch can turn herself into one. Suddenly these creatures become symbols of dark magic and ill omens. But here's where things get interesting, because the cosmic perspective reveals that not all cultures view black cats with fear. Journey with me to ancient Egypt, where cats, especially black cats, were revered. They were seen as guardians, protectors against evil spirits. In fact, the Egyptian goddess Bastet, a deity of protection, fertility, and, yes, cats, was often depicted with a black cat's head. Talk about a cosmic shift in perspective. Even today, in some cultures, black cats are symbols of good luck and prosperity. So the next time a black cat crosses your path, remember, it's all relative. One culture's bad omen is another culture's lucky charm. Now, let's talk about Friday the 13th, a date that strikes fear into the hearts of many. Why? Because it combines two ancient superstitions into one unholy union. First, we have the number 13, a number shrouded in superstition for millennia. Some scholars trace this back to ancient Babylon and their Code of Hammurabi, which supposedly omitted a 13th law from its list. But perhaps the most famous example comes from Norse mythology. Picture the grand hall of Valhalla, where 12 Norse gods are having a feast. Enter Loki, the god of mischief, who wasn't invited but crashes the party anyway. His presence as the 13th guest leads to a series of events that culminate in the death of Balder, the god of light. Talk about a buzzkill. And then there's Friday. In Christian tradition, Friday is associated with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Good Friday, while a day of mourning, also signifies redemption. But in popular culture, Friday became linked with bad luck, misfortune, and even death. Combine these two and you get Friday the 13th, a date that sends shivers down spines and has inspired countless horror films. But here's the cosmic truth. Statistically speaking, Friday the 13th is no more unlucky than any other day of the year. There's no scientific evidence to suggest an increase in accidents, disasters, or misfortunes, yet the belief persists. People change their travel plans, avoid making big decisions, and some even refuse to leave their homes. It's a testament to the power of belief and how deeply ingrained these cultural narratives can become. Chapter 3. Our final stop on this whirlwind tour of superstition brings us to ladders. Now, this one might seem a bit more practical at first glance. After all, who wants to walk under a ladder and risk getting bonked on the head by a falling paint can? But the roots of this superstition go much deeper than simple common sense. In ancient Egypt, the ladder held a sacred significance. When a ladder leaned against a wall, it formed a triangle, a shape the Egyptians associated with the divine. To walk through this triangle was seen as disrespectful, a disruption of sacred geometry. Fast forward to medieval times, and ladders take on a more ominous meaning. They become associated with executions, as condemned prisoners would climb the ladder to the gallows. Walking under a ladder was seen as tempting fate, inviting misfortune or even death. Ironically, this superstition might have inadvertently saved some lives, as walking under a ladder was indeed a risky proposition in a time when ladders were often rickety and unstable. So, while the fear of walking under a ladder might seem like a quaint superstition, it's a fascinating example of how practical concerns and ancient beliefs can intertwine, creating a cultural norm that endures to this day. So, there you have it, a cosmic exploration of some of our most enduring superstitions. From black cats to Friday the 13th and those precarious ladders, these beliefs remind us of the power of storytelling, the enduring nature of cultural myths, and our very human need to find meaning in the universe around us. Do you have any superstitions? What are your thoughts on these cultural oddities? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey into the world of superstition, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more cosmic explorations, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future adventures.